So in this video we will try to write a program to find the maximum value that occurs in the array. Okay, we have an array with the 4 elements. I kept it very small so we can track what you're doing, right? So in this case, if you want to find the maximum value in an array, you always take the first one and set that as current maximum, right? So we'll take a variable called max and we'll assign the very first array element to the max. So now we looked at the max first element and we assigned the variable max the value of the first element at a 0, right? Now subsequently, so we know how to traverse this array, right? How do we do that? For I equal to 0, I less than, in this case is 4, and I plus plus, right? And we will take a pair of numbers to compare, right? We always take a pair of numbers, we compare against each other and track them, right? So initially we will try to take these two numbers and compare which one is greater, right? So that's what we do, but we also have this variable called max which carries the maximum value, current maximum value, right? So as we traverse this array, we will compare the values at each position with the maximum, right? What we have. And if we find an element in this array that's greater than the max, right, we will replace that number, that value, with the max, right? We replace the value of max with that number. So in this case, as we traverse, right, our maximum is data 0, right? So maximum is currently equal to 12, right? In this case is 12. So at I iteration equal to 0, we find if the maximum is less than data I. So I equal to 0, right? So data is at I position 0, the array, we have the value 12, we have maximum which is 12, and this is not true, we skip it, right? So we'll take at I, so at I we are skipping doing anything. Let's consider I equal to 1. So data at 1, right? Data at position 1 is, what is that? Is 48. So we compare maximum, which is 12 in this case, we compare with 48. Because maximum is less than 48, we will replace it, right? We replace the maximum equal to data I, right? So our maximum has become, in this situation, is 48 now. We take at I equal to 2. So we are in iteration 2. So again we go back and check what is the value of data 2. In this case is 29, right? So is 29, we are talking here, is 29 less than 40, is maximum. Our maximum is 48. Is our maximum 48 less than 29? False, right? So we don't do anything, we skip it. So we skip in this case, right? From doing anything. In this case, we swap or assign. Right? So let at I equal to 3, what is our data at 3? In this case is 31. Right? 31. So our maximum is still 48. Is 48 less than 31? No, right? So we again skip. So when you are done at all the array elements, right, we have the maximum. So this is a simple program, right, to find the maximum. So here I've written the program very similar to what we have, right? Data 28, 49, 29, 31, which is what we have, and I've declared a maximum value, a variable, to be the first value at position 0, and I'm traversing the array using the for loop, and exactly what we wrote here, right? If you see here, is identical, matches to what we wrote, right? Let me just push it here a little bit. There we have everything, right? So we have for loop. If maximum is less than data I, we set the value at that position to max, right? And we are printing the value. So we'll compile it. I'm using the Linux here, Mac, sorry, and I'll compile it with GCC. If I run it, the maximum is 48. That's what it's, right? I can go ahead and change to say say 8. Now I change the value of the array. I can run it again. If I do it, it's 31. So depending upon the array, we can find it, but we are using the same algorithm, right? So that is to find the maximum. So you can change this algorithm to figure out where it actually occurs. Where does it occur, or which index does the max occur? Okay, so in order to do that, you have to store the index whenever you find the maximum, right? So in this case, I have to use index equal to I. So I need to have a separate index. So whenever I find the maximum, I'm storing the value of the index. So then I can say the max occurs at, right? So now in this case it occurs at position number 2, right? 0, 1, 2. So I change the program. I'll compile it. If I run it, oh, you see that position 2. Okay, thank you.